How do you reflect on the two home games this week as you prepare to head on the road again, this time to Oxford?
Yeah, of course, I think we try to get more points from these two home games. At the end, it's 1 point. Of course, we always try to win games. I said this after the game on Tuesday. I think the game was, both teams were well organized. There was not so much in. Yeah, all in all, it makes no sense to look back now. Now it's about focus to Oxford game, next opportunity to take something. We have a good run away, but this is not a guarantee that you win the next game away. Yeah, for this you have to work hard. You have to do everything right in this league, and this is what we want to try. And tomorrow is the next chance, and I'm very positive. I feel the energy today. In the training, everybody is lively, good, emotional, ready, good mindset. Yeah, was good.
Your XG against away from home is the 5th best in the league. What do you put that down to?
Yeah, sound is good. Yeah, I take it. I think we create and things we defend as a team, but I think it's not just away or home. I think there is a reason why we took away some good points, especially in the last couple of weeks. Okay, we have also to be right. In Derby was also not the easy game. It could be all in a different way, but I think with this mindset we have to go tomorrow there. This is the basic, that we create something, that we want to be active, that we want to be aggressive, that we want to score. All the things what you want to do in the football to winning games. That's a crucial thing. And tomorrow 3 o'clock we have to deliver, and we want to deliver again.
Fans at the moment are discussing performances and having opinions, which you expect in football. Two such examples at the minute are Enrique Ugbo and his lack of goals, and Jan Valery. Are there aspects to their games though that are important that aren't perhaps immediately obvious to supporters, such as Valery's positional flexibility, his ability to allow you to be creative with shape during a game, and maybe Ugbo's running off the ball? And if there are those aspects, could you discuss them for us today?
I think both. You can speak about individual players. Normally I don't like this to speak in the public about one player. It's always about the team. And I will more speak about the strength. I think Ike were in the last couple of weeks better. He created more chances for him. He worked very hard against the ball. Don't forget, I think he played against West Brom. We won. He played against Norwich. We won. He was always a part for us. He played in Brentford in front. We made a good game. I think you can always look to the negative things, or you look to the positive things. For me, it's always about I want to give the positive energy to my players instead of reduce the energy of them. Jan is very flexible. He's calm on the ball, and you can always pick some situations out. Then you will find by every player a situation where it's not right, or you look to the picture. And I think Jan played a lot of games for us, and he was always an important part to win these games. And it doesn't matter which position he played. He was good. I think we should not blame the players too quick. It's not helpful. We should support each other. I think that was our strength, and this is football, and I think this is especially also my part. I want to give him the belief, the self-confidence, and I said this on Tuesday. For me, it's always about how we can win as a team, and not look to just one player and give him more credit than the other player. That's not right. Yeah. When I select my team to the beginning of the game, it's about how we want to start the game, then maybe why it's important to have this or this player on the bench, to have an impact if something happens. And I think all these things are crucial. I think in the last weeks and months, when I compare this to last season, I think we could always have an impact from the bench. I think this is also a strength, and this is maybe also part why we took some good away wins, because we were always able to help the team with an impact from outside. And all in all, the group has to come together. I think this is a crucial thing. We have to create our own energy. That means sometimes also to celebrate small things like a tackle or like a good pass or something like this, to stay together. I think this is more the point that we have to, how I can explain this, sometimes when we took wins and points, then it's important that we want to have more instead of it's okay now and it goes in the right direction, and I think this is the mindset what we are working on, that we always push each other, and I see this in the training, and this is now also for the next games, that we go again, and then it's not about myself, it's about the team, and we will on the right way, and I'm convinced that we make the next steps in the next weeks and games.
Is there any way to sort of, motivate players to constantly want more? Is there a way to incentivise things to enable that to happen?
Yes, I think everybody wants to win. For my team, I feel this before the game. I feel this in the training. Everybody wants to play. Important is that, you can think about, what should my teammate improve, or you start at first why I have to improve in which part, and if you start by yourself, then it's much easier, because you can influence yourself. You cannot so much influence your teammate. Of course, with a good pass or something like this you can help him, but this is a big part, and this is also a process from a team, especially when you have new players and you're building up something, then it takes a little bit time, but I think we should be understand, and we should be take the positive things from the last weeks and months. I think we worked hard to come in a position where we are at the moment. I can understand that some people are a little bit hoping for more. I take this of course, because I feel this sometimes as well, that it looks like, it's not so much, but exactly in football, this is like when you train for a 100-meter sprint, I think the last steps, this is not the easiest one, the first thing what you improved, it goes normally quick, because then you can really, if you train well and you do things, you make huge steps, but then the steps will be smaller, and this is normal. This is then to climb more and more. You need more and more things right, and these are the small steps. And I think the next small step, and this is what is in our mindset. It's about the next 3 points, and for this we have to do everything. And then we can look to the next small goals. Maybe then the next small goals is to achieve 30 points, and then you go to the next small steps. And I think this is, if we go in this journey and this process, like with the small steps, then it's much easier instead of you look too quick to a big goal, what is maybe far away at the moment. And I think this is what I try with my team, and give him exactly this mindset.
Is that one of the toughest parts of the job, Danny, to convey just how difficult this can be at times, when you don't just have a war chest of tens of millions of pounds. Oh, we'll just go and buy the best players. We'll go and fly up through the league. And actually, it takes a lot of dedication, long hours, a lot of effort. You're going to have highs and lows during a season. Not every game is going to go exactly how you want it to. And trying to sort of help people understand that even if that happens, it's all part of the process.
Yeah, you invest. We invest as a group every day as best as we can. We push, and of course we come to a point where it's you make one step forward, then you have maybe one time you make two small steps back, and then you go again one step forward. And I think this is also a normal in our process. And I think at the beginning of the season we spoke about we have to take consistently points. We took so far, but to make now the next step, then it's helpful to have, for example, 2 wins in a row. But for 2 wins in a row, you have to start with the first win at first, instead of to think too quick to 2 wins in a row. You know what I mean. And I think this is the right thing, how we can improve and how we can develop ourselves.
I wanted to ask you another XG-based question. Michael Smith is 4th in the league for XG per 90 minutes, behind only Tyrese Campbell, Boya Sainz and Emmanuel Latalata at Middlesbrough. Is that partly happening because of the way that you've been quite selective in picking the right moments for him to feature, or is it especially tempting when you see a stat like that to think, let's give him a bit more time and see if he can retain that level of XG with more minutes?
Yeah, you take the positive things. I think that he is in this point. This is fantastic. Maybe at the beginning of the season nobody expected this. Now he have his position. I know what I get from him. I know how he can help the team. I know as well in which part maybe some other strikers a little bit ahead. But of course, for a striker, it's important to score. I know this. I appreciate this every time. He worked hard. He helped the team. It's good to bring him in positions. And I think all in all, Michael is helpful at the minute for us. And for me, it's then really about what is the best selection, especially when you play so many games. I have also a little bit to understand maybe one is the better fit, which kind of game it could be. Nobody can look in the future. You can ask me now what happens tomorrow, but I can just try to explain. But nobody knows how is it tomorrow 3 o'clock. Nobody knows tomorrow which player will have tomorrow 100% performance. Which player make maybe a mistake. Nobody knows this before. I think this is what my job is, to bring it to nearly 100%. But in front of a game, it's always not easy. And I think I can understand this. After the game, it's then much easier to say why he played and why he didn't play. He should play and he can do this better. But I have to make my decision before the game, and this is what I try. And
The weather hasn't been great recently. Has it impacted you at all in terms of training? Have you had to use the pitch at Hillsborough at all? And what kind of challenges do you face at this time of year with so much football and the conditions being as they are?
I think we had some up and downs. When the snow was there 2 weeks ago, that was not so helpful for us, of course. But we tried to make the best. In the stadium, we knew this from last season. Hopefully, we can keep the grass as best as we can. I think the groundsmen are working hard. They do everything that we have a good pitch. But this is also, I think, the conditions in the country, in this league, when you have so many games. When I'm looking forward to, for example, the Preston away game, and I remember like it was last year. These are tough games. This is normal. but for this you have to be ready as a team, and I think this is our strength, the strength of my team. We are not complain something. We are always want to win, and we always invest, and we always try. I think this is an outstanding mindset at some teams before. But this group here, it's really never complaining about this or this or this. No, they do it. Yeah. If it's a away trip who is long, okay, no problem. We do it again and again. And I think of this, sometimes we should be really proud as a club and as a supporters, and I'm as a manager, that my team is always focused for the next game.
A couple of final questions. It's been nearly 20 years since Sheffield Wednesday won 10 away games in a calendar year. You're on 9 wins. Would that be quite an achievement to sort of finally have a year where you could win 10 away games in a calendar year? Because it's been a long time since that happened here.
Yeah, would be good. Would be of course a good step. I think all in all, look to the whole year. I'm not exactly sure which position, but I heard about from the form table in this calendar year we are 4 or 5 positions. I think this showed very improved, and of course sometimes I feel the same. Yeah, when you see this opportunity or this opportunity we had. Yeah, but this is still a part of the process, and we keep going, and let's see what we can try then. In the next following weeks, stay together, stick together on and off the pitch, create a good energy, a good environment from all parties, and then we can achieve something.
Final question. If there was one area, Danny, that you think, you know what, that's the one area of the team that I would most like to improve, what position or area would that be?
Yeah, I think when you look to our performances, we have to improve in different areas. Yeah, to win games you need goals, but you have also to defend as a group. Yeah, and I think this is also a part. Yeah, and you saw it against Blackburn. It was one situation in our box, but on the other side you have maybe one situation where you can score. It's a full picture, and I know you want to hear now a position where we have to look for, but you need the full context, the full picture from the group, and it means you have to take every areas and especially try and teach our players that we improve, and the other things we will see then.
Best of luck tomorrow, Danny. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Rob. See you. Bye bye.
Danny, good afternoon. How are you doing?
Hey, Alex. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. I'm not around next week, so I'm just going to ask a couple of questions and hand you over to Joe. But I wanted to ask about the away form is, it's been outstanding for a few weeks now. What goes into that, and is there are there attributes in the squad that particularly lend themselves to how you set up on away days, or?
No, we do exactly the same. Yeah, we sleep not in a hotel before a home game, but I think this is not the most important key point, because when I look to myself, the own bed is the own bed. It is really helpful. I think we had this last punch away, but we have also to say we played against some good teams at home. Yeah, I think look a little bit also to we played against Leeds at home, West Brom, Norwich to this time when we played against them. We played against Blackburn, we played against Burnley. I think this is also a little bit part of the story. Of course, we can then speak about QPR, Swansea, Cardiff, Preston, and I think, then I'm agreed. In this games there was more in. Yeah, this is what we have to take. In the last away games, I think we scored in the right moments. Yeah, sometimes very late in the game. I think away, you have sometimes also a little bit more spaces. Yeah, compare on Tuesday. For me, I said this to my team. It was the first time where we played the last 30 minutes against a very, very deep block. I think we never played before so often against such a deep block. Yeah, they were very compact, very closed. They defend for the life. There are 6-7 players around the box. I think this is not easy, and I think this is also a process. And honestly, a lot of teams knew now when they come to us in Hillsborough, it's a tough away game. Yeah, and this is the result from our improvement, and it means that you play at home. Even if you are not top of the league, you play more as a favorite instead of an underdog. Yeah, and maybe last year you played a little bit more from the underdog role because we are bottom of the table, and this is also what we have to change and what is the process. And for this we need then more solutions and different profiles from players on the pitch and all the small details to win these games. And I think away it's, I will not say easier, but you have a little bit a different kind of game. Yeah, and I think you always can speak after the games to the opponent, managers or players. What I heard so far, they feel it's not easy to play against us. Yeah, if they take a point, sometimes they are happy. Yeah, against us away, and I think we have to create then more chances, and we have to be more in the final action, sharp. But when I look back and I showed this my players, we were well organized against Blackburn. They had 4 wins in a row. There was not really something in. We were on front foot. We had high pressing moments. We have a lot of ball possession. We create overloads where we want to final action then. Yeah, and this is what we improve, and we will improve in the following weeks.
What have you seen of Oxford? They're obviously on a poor run, but a win will come at some point.
I think it's always difficult to speak in the championship about the poor run. Yeah, of course you look to the results and you think normally on the paper it's maybe easy fun, but I think after 14 months I can say in this league it's not about the league table or the run. It's about the momentum or the story in different games. They try different things. Yeah, they play the 4, they play the 5. They played with 1 striker, with 2 strikers. They played the same shape like the opponent. You see, they're also trying a lot. Yeah, they change things during the game. And for us, of course, we have to look to more our own. Yeah, because I don't know exactly what they are doing. I see principles and pattern, what they try to do. And this is what I prepared my team for. But we have to bring our strength in, and it starts, of course, with our basics. And if we do our basics right in both directions, then we have a chance, of course.
Looking forward to seeing Will. He's a player that might, I don't know, strikes me as someone who might have the bit between his teeth this weekend.
You mean Will?
Will Volks,
Yeah, good to see him back. Let's see how. I don't know if he's playing or not. Yeah, sometimes in, sometimes out. Yeah, I think he will knock on the door by the manager. He will say, "I want to play." Yeah, I know him. I know him very well in this case. Yeah, of course. And then we will see. Yeah, he will do everything for his team. We will do everything for us as a group, for our team. And good to see him back. He was helpful last season for us. He was a guy on the pitch who was talking, who took the responsibility. I'm sure in the future we will see him maybe also as a coach. Yeah, he's a great character. But tomorrow 3:00, he fight for his team and we fight for our goals, and this is okay.
Yeah, of course. Lastly, injuries. How are we looking? Any fresh? Obviously, double game week. Any fresh issues?
Oh, full house. Was full house today in the training. Yeah, was Olaf was back. He trained now since a couple of days with the team. That's fantastic. Tomorrow it's too early, but it looks really good. I think this is very helpful also for the boxing days and so on to have him back. At the moment is Akin. He worked hard, and hopefully I did not forget someone. Yeah, I think this is not so bad. Yeah, for we have now middle of December. Yeah, I think this is also an outcome, a result from our squad management, to use them, to rotate, to make subs. I think this is helpful. My medical team is hard working. I'm very close to Rob. I speak every morning with Rob and Antonio about the load, and they're doing well. Yeah, I think we try to be prepared as best we can for the following weeks, and I think we should be happy at the moment that we have not so much injuries.
Good stuff. Thanks for your time, Danny. Good luck this weekend.
Thanks, Alex.
You alright, Danny? How you doing?
Good, you're back, Joe. Unbelievable.
No, I'm back in the press conference, but I'm in South Africa still. You can see it's a little bit
I see the
warmer than
weather.
it is.
It's like us, yeah.
Exactly the same. Just wanted to touch on Akin there. You mentioned him to Alex. How's he doing? Obviously, the timing of his injury was really cruel, given how he was performing, especially with it being such a bad injury. I wondered how his sort of rehab's getting on, and how's his headspace as well.
Yeah, I spoke in the morning with him by the breakfast a little bit to get a little bit insights. He's doing well. I think for him the hardest thing is that you can at the moment not really see the lights at the end of the tunnel. Yeah, you have to work, and sometimes you think you are further ahead, and then you feel, oh no, you have to reduce a little bit. Yeah, it's step by step. I think there comes a moment where he need also a little bit off, where he goes 1 week maybe in holiday to refresh the mindset. I know this for myself. When you are work on a reha very long alone, then it's hard sometimes.
Yeah, because you obviously went through similar things yourself, didn't you? You had injuries when you were playing back.
I had a ACL. I had also a big muscle injury with a surgery. I know what it means, the pain, and I think the first thing is then the rehab, but then the next step is when you come back on the pitch. You always a little bit listening to your body. It's not the easiest one, but I'm sure he will do this, and we will support him. Important is that he is still part of our team. I know sometimes when you are a little bit far away from the team and you train a lot alone, then you feel sometimes, I'm not part of the team, but we try that he is always around us, and this is important.
Yeah. You've spoken before about sort of the longer term goals at Wednesday that you want to put in place, how the club rather than the squad can keep growing. Do you feel like you are still making progress in that sense? Do you feel like there is still progress sort of being made at the club in general?
Yeah, I think I will take this, what I said to Rob, now the steps, the next steps, it's not always the easy steps. I think we look back, we were before the Blackburn game position 9th. I must say, I'm not sure when was the last time that Sheffield Wednesday was in this position. I think it's
a while.
It's a while, and I think this is a part or the outcome from our process. But we know still with 26 points we achieved nothing this season, and we have to keep going, keep working. Sometimes we have to take small setbacks. This is also part of the process. I think I showed last year a good picture to my team how the successful way looks like outside. It's always a straight line, but when you look deeper, then it's a little bit up and then downs, a little bit up, downs, and I think this is what I will not say accept, but this is what we have to work on, that our ups are always bigger than the downs, yeah. And if we come this, then we are on the right way, and this is what I'm looking for. We push. Yeah, sometimes it's harder to take. Sometimes you feel, oh, now this is the moment. Yeah, I think this is a little bit the mindset at the moment, but I saw my team and the reaction, and this is the good side. My team is still always looking for more. Yeah, now I think we have to bring our ambitions, our demanding, with a good picture, that we are not too emotional up and downs and positive and too negative. And for this I want to try to control this and give them always a clear picture and mindset.
Yeah, I know you're going to have a lot of questions about the January transfer window. We've got, Christmas, a few games, New Year, all that to come before. But I want to ask, are you looking forward to it? Are you looking forward to the January transfer window? Because I know, obviously, last year's was tough, but Wednesday are in a better position now. Does that change things a little bit?
You ask me now, I'm looking forward for Oxford. Then I look to Stoke. Then I think we have a tough game in Middlesbrough, a tough game in Preston. Then we play at home Derby on the 1st of January, and then we have Millwall. And then you can ask me about the transfers. The January, I can say that we are looking and working, and we have communication and all the things we are doing. But the next 6 games, I know, let this topic a little bit by the side, and we make the focus to the next games.
Yeah, I just did want to touch on one thing regarding January though. Obviously, a lot's been said about players potentially coming in, and you've spoken about maybe the younger boys going out, your Pierces and Gabs and stuff. But is there potential for some of the other maybe more senior players to leave in January, the ones who haven't played so much?
Yeah, I think this is also a part of the process. You will have some players, they don't play in the next weeks too much, or they didn't play in the past too much, and they feel, oh, I want to play more. Yeah, and then I think I did this in the last season as well. They get the honest picture where they are at the moment, and then we sit together, and yeah, then if they have the feeling they want to change something, and we think is this right, yeah, then let's see what is possible. Sometimes players are also too emotional. Yeah, they think, oh, I'm 2 days or 2 match days not in the squad. Oh, then my career it's done here in Sheffield Wednesday. I think this is also not right. But of course we will look, we will speak, and then we try the best for the team. And I said this. I understand sometimes also the human side. Yeah, this is you should not forget. There is something. Some players maybe at a point in the career, if they have 2-3 years more, they want to play. They want to have also a little bit secure for the future. All these things. Yeah, but the good thing is that I'm trying to be honest, and we have an open conversation. If it's the key, and if it's the case, and if not, yeah, we keep going.
Excellent. Moving away from the first team a little bit, obviously with Steve Haslam leaving the club, there's been a search for a replacement. I wondered, are you involved in that? Is that something that you have been trying to sort of give your opinion on? I know that you've spoken before about sort of wanting to have that link between the academy and the first team.
Yeah, I think the conversation we had, I spoke also with the chairman about this topic, of course. I think all in all it's a decision from the club. I think I think it's very helpful when you have academy director who is close to the first team. Yeah, I think it's also helpful when maybe the style of football, the philosophy, it's close to each other, because then you go in one direction. But I think the most important key for our club is that you have a guy who can develop the club and make the next step in this club as well, because you have players, they come and go, you have coaches, they come and go, and I think the important is that you have as a club identity, strategy, what you want to do, and sometimes it's important that this strategy is independent from just one person. Yeah, and I think this is of course helpful, and I think we will find, and I'm convinced we will find a good one for the academy.
Yeah, brilliant. And just very lastly, also a little bit on the academy. I want to ask about Mackenzie Maltby. He obviously picked up an injury while he was out at Scarborough. I know he's come back to Millwood Road. I wondered, how bad is his injury? Is it a serious one? And is there a hope potentially for him to go out on loan in the second half of the season? Because he did really well while he was at Scarborough.
Yeah, at first we take the positive things, that the loan helps him to get minutes and to improve and to show what he can do. With an injury, it's always not helpful when you loan, but then it's for us to take the responsibility to help him to bring him back. And I think then we will see how quick he can be back on the pitch, and then we can make a new decision. Yeah, but I think it's also good to use this loans to develop players. I think this is a difference to Germany. In Germany, it's not possible to loan some players during the season. Yeah.
Brilliant. Thanks so much for your time, Danny.
Thank you, Joe. See you. Bye bye.
Hello, Danny. I've not got too many questions. Hope you're well. Yeah, in the Premier League, there's lots of levels in the Premier League. The teams at the top, the teams going for Europe, the teams fighting relegation. How many levels do you think are in the Championship?
Yeah, when you ask me like this, then I think you have 2 levels maximum in this league. Yeah, I think we have 3-4 teams they ahead, but even these teams cannot win every game, and then it feels like you have 18 to 20 teams. They fight for points every week against each other, and that's the reason why the results sometimes very close. It's one moment in the game to decide this game. The difference in this league, it's not so big, of course, when you compare, and I think this is also the part of the story. You can compare the values of the squads, then you see, I think, and this is, then there are more than 2 parts of the table. I think then it's around, maybe 3 or 4. Yeah, you have 4 or 5 teams that are on the bottom of the value from the squad. Then you have the average maybe from 50 million. Then you have squads that are by 80 million, and then you have the top squads that are over 100 million. I think in this part there are huge difference. But when you look at the moment to the table, then you think there's not so many difference levels.
Yeah. Where do you think your sort of side club is? What sort of level in the value then?
Yeah, I can just take what I saw by the transfer market at the moment. Yeah, when you look to this, I think this is just nobody knows. Yeah, all these values are not always exactly, but when you look to this at the moment, we have the 4th lowest value from the squad. Yeah, and when you take James Beadle and Shay Charles at the moment, if you reduce them from our squad, then we will reduce the value again. But I think this is not the most important key point. The most important key point is what we can bring out from the squad. But I think the table is the one thing. You see maybe just 2 levels, and squad values and all these things around. Then you have, of course, some huge differences.
Your away form, it must be one of the biggest positives of the season. Last season, you didn't win away until around this time, and you have 13 points. You didn't get to that point until March last year, and you've been very consistent. Apart from maybe Millwall and Sunderland, it's been very consistent.
I think Sunderland was, we noticed, was special. When you see now where Sunderland is, maybe it's not like so surprising, but at the beginning of the season, it was a little bit more surprising. We knew Millwall was a horrible game from our side, but this is the past. And I think then we could win in Luton. That was really possible. And then one more game, and all the other games we were very competitive. I think we are nasty to play, and this is what we have to keep going and we have to take.
And just finally, what is the biggest thing your team needs to get better at this year and going into next?
I think I wish me that we improved in the next weeks and months, and especially the second leg as a team, that we can, from 10 tight games, at the moment we win maybe 2. If we improve and we can win in the second legs 4 or 5 games of this, then it would be fantastic.
Okay. Thanks for your time, Danny.
Thank you. See you. Bye bye.